Hi, it's part 3. And now, military. So I've been really thinking about this. And I think really the best thing to do is right after your senior year in high school, or apprenticeship, I should say, your apprenticeship program. So when you're 18, everyone automatically goes into nursing. Everyone. And in nursing, you have not only learning about your body and how it works and getting educated on how to take care of it. So you learn about health, you learn about self-care, you learn about taking care of other humans. So small and tall, you know, from children to old age. And then during that time too, there will be some peace training that everybody will get, diversity training, so that we can understand each other and relate. There, everyone will work for a time in a hospital, in a doctor's office, at an old folks home, at a children's care center, so that people get a wide variety of experiences. They learn how to hold a baby, and this includes men, and, you know, everything. It's your education. It's for you. It's going to help you to be a more rounded person and know a lot more about yourself. So, and then also in that would be a little, on the self-care side, learning self-discipline and self-defense, so that, you know, everybody is able to take care of themselves in any situation. So the next time you want to play, you know, be a part of the TV show Survivor, you're going to know how to do it because you'll have your nursing training, right? So this was for everybody, men, women, everybody, the rainbow people, everybody goes. Also, the people who are unemployed right now, they will be also going immediately. So we'll have all the unemployed, whoever they are, whatever age they are, and everybody who just graduated over the last 3 years, 4 years of school, high school. Then from there, let's see, I wrote this earlier today. So I should say during the training of being a nurse and then eventually your other community service training, I should backtrack for a second. So I used to call it upscaling the military, but that was bothering a lot of people. So now we're upscaling community service. And I think no one can argue that that's a bad name for it. Yeah, so during your time, your service, first during your apprenticeship service, if we're still working with money, you will earn a small salary there that you can put in the bank and save up. And then as a nurse, in your nursing training, again, you get paid even more of a salary to, you know, to help supplement your other job or lifestyle. Since I envision going forward without money, then you won't get any more money because there's no money needed. So everything will be provided for you. All the human rights that I just declared would be yours to have, and to have a quality of life. So, and then ultimately, I think the real thing that people are asking about is what I plan to do about guns. Now, you know, for various reasons, I don't mind having the knowledge that everyone has a gun. What I do mind is that people aren't being checked mentally for their health. And what I do mind is that the variety of guns out there is so varied. Some people have really guns, military machine guns, that are just not appropriate for the public to have. They're military weapons and they belong in the military. So I guess for starters, once you're done with your 2-year nursing training, if you want to go into the military part of your training, then there's going to be something called, I'm going to probably call it Homeland Security, but you know, we'll see. And it's going to be sort of like the job of being a policeman is in everybody's hands. It's not in a specific policeman's hands. So eventually we'll get rid of the police altogether. And then you yourself will be a policeman. You will be responsible for making sure that you are safe, your family's safe, and everybody around you is safe in your own community. So what that means is that you just look around and you know whether something's going on or not. I suppose what we could do is have maybe, different shifts throughout the day where there might be specifically 2 people on call in case of an emergency in a certain region of about 4,000 people. There might be whoever is on duty that day is on call. And the job is shared by everybody. Everybody within a certain age group, of course. You know, once you maybe get over 60, then you don't have to be a policeman or whatever you want to call it, a homeland security person. But you will first go through special training to learn how to use the guns and how to learn how to identify people who are mentally having issues. And then once a month we'll have like a shooting day where everybody comes to the local military base or whatever station, and they practice shooting, and they have to come. Everyone who has been given a weapon has to come, or anyone who has a weapon at home, and you have to bring all your weapons. So if you have 10 rifles and 3 guns, you got to bring them all. You have to show them all, and you have to show that you can use them. What I will say is that if you have a lot of guns and you decide you don't want them anymore, you can give them back. And if we're working with money, then you will get paid for your guns and military weapons, whatever that you're handing in. But if we're not working with money, then you can just hand them in, and there's nothing extra we can give because your life quality is there. You don't need anything more. But yes, so I don't have a problem with people having a gun or 2 in their home if they're well trained and if they know also respect and diversity, is important. So with that said, that's what I think is a good way forward with the military, with the police training, we put it all in the hands of the people to be there for themselves. So, like my experience here recently in Switzerland was, there was, my daughter had a balloon flight scheduled, and a hot air balloon, and we were out back on our hill. It was early in the morning, and the things that we were using to put the air inside made a lot of noise, and the neighbors heard it and they didn't like it. So then they all started calling the police. And then the 2 policemen who were on duty that night, they showed up, and they checked us out, made sure that, you know, we were supposed to do what we're doing, and they were, just making sure that we weren't doing anything wrong. I don't know if we were, but we were just the passengers, you know, or I should say I wasn't a passenger, my daughter was. But the people running the business were in charge. So I don't know what happened with them, but the police, you know, they came, they just checked out the scene, they felt everything was okay, and then they went away. And it was uneventful, you know. I think business cards were exchanged, and that was it. So that's how I envision policing in the future. That, you know, if something's going on and people notice it, you call. You call the police, the station, or whoever's on duty, the duty number, and then whoever is on duty shows up. It's that simple. So there's no looking for somebody doing wrong. I should also say that with the human rights and dignity, human dignity ideas that I have, we also make, so one of the things is freedom of expression and freedom of religion. And a lot of religions around the world use drugs in their religion. So, for example, even in Christianity, there's wine. So wine should be legal, it shouldn't be outlawed. I think in other religions marijuana is used, so marijuana should be legal. I was in Nepal a couple of years ago, and I was at a festival there, and they use mushrooms. So mushrooms should be available. And then I know in some of the Native American tribes, they use different things. I don't know, like, could it be peyote or something? I don't know. But with that said, drugs and alcohol should not be used in public to the point of total intoxication where you can't walk. That sort of behavior belongs in your home or in a drug spa where you can go and have your drug experience, but not on the street, and certainly not driving a car or any sort of vehicle. So, you know, smoking marijuana and driving, they don't mix. Doing mushrooms and driving do not mix. Doing any other drug, it just doesn't mix. So yes, so I'm okay with drugs becoming legal because this war on drugs is not working anyways and is putting the wrong people in prison. And now we have prisons everywhere that are housing all sorts of good people who just simply got caught. And, you know, yes, they were doing something wrong, but if a law is not a reasonable law, then, you know, it's actually an act of protest. Like when Susan B. Anthony wanted to vote and she voted, and then she was arrested because women weren't supposed to vote. Some laws are stupid, and the war on drugs is a stupid war, and we're definitely not winning. So let's end it, because all these other things are legal in other places, so if they're legal elsewhere, they can be legal in the United States and used properly, like all these sort of things can be used. So that's it for me for Talk Tuesday. What is this, number 3, I think? I wish you a nice day.